It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Good morning. Good morning, you guys. I forgot today was Monday, so I had to come on really quickly. It ain't gonna be long, but I'm just on here real quick, girl. Good morning, I don't even know if happy off day. I ain't gonna say happy Labor Day, because when we understand what Labor Day is all about, we realize they just playing in our face. But good morning, Grand Rising. Y'all get up in here and like the video. I wanted to share some with y'all. I was just talking to my man because we was watching Rocky 5, and I realized they played in our face. Y'all. Apollo Creed was the person who represented Black America, America, not even Black America, America. Apollo Creed. It was Apollo Creed himself. Let me lay it down for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Hold on. So Apollo Creed was the American. Remember Living in America? Y'all remember that? James Brown singing. When it came down to who represented what, it was Apollo Creed. I'm about to walk y'all down. Hold on. I need y'all to see this. Even though I still love the movies, but they played in our face. Look. Apollo Creed was the American. Clubber Lang was the American. Look. And indeed, this is America. Y'all see America? Represented by the Black man. You feel what I'm saying? All right. So boom. Look at how they played in our face. So then Apollo Creed comes across who? Who does Apollo Creed comes across? Remember, he was the champ. Who did Apollo Creed come across? The Italian stallion. Let's get him up here. Rocky. Now, he's an illegal migrant. He don't even belong here. We don't even know if he got his green card or if he just visiting or if he got his citizenship. But here come the Italian stallion. Now, Apollo Creed, regardless of what anybody want to say, is the champion. He actually beat Rocky, but the people in the press was trying to make it like he really didn't win. You feel what I'm saying? Remember, he's the Italian stallion. He don't represent America. Well, then up comes, what's the other one? The Russian. They made him they say he was a machine. You can't beat him, you can't whoop. So here comes the machine, and the machine beats the American, which is Apollo Creed. But he's a clear man. So you mean to tell me another country came in and beat America? Drago, yeah, that was him. Drago. But look how they played in our face, y'all. Look how they played in our face. So the machine come along and beat the American. And it takes the illegal migrant, Rocky, to come in and save America. But he's not even American. He's the Italian stallion. And look at the nigga. Remember Apollo Creed coach was the one that had to coach him on the glory and gave him the American shorts. Now Rocky is dripped and draped in the American flag, but he really the Italian stallion. So now the representation for America is the cracker from another country who really the Italian stallion. I feel played. Look at him draped in it. Look. And look at the nigga holding him up. Niggas, bro, I swear. I tell y'all, there's only one thing you can guarantee you to do, a nigga to do, is nigga. I said that. Look. Got the nigga holding him up as the guard. I can't believe this. I feel played. And I just noticed this as I see them people snuck Rocky in over the border. He's an illegal migrant. Now he got an American flag on. It's a shame. I just want that. Yeah, it's diabolical. But I just wanted to add that on here. Y'all get up in here and like the video. I feel played, dude. Now that I think about it. And I love the movies. Love the movies. But I thought about it. My man said I overthink too much. But I feel played. Is this thing on? Yeah, it's on. I might need to let it on. But yeah, good morning, y'all. Good morning. I just wanted to share that with y'all. How they snuck that illegal migrant in on us. But what's going on now? He dripped and draped. Now he represents America. No nigga. It ain't no nigga no more. Niggas don't represent no more. Now it's the Italian stallion. And I believe Drago was a damn a clone or AI, because remember he wasn't supposed to bleed. He wasn't supposed to get cut. And remember when Rocky hit him and they cut him? The man came over in Russia and said he is human. Or no, the black man said he is a human. I said, yeah, they played in our face. Put the AI right there. But anyway, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, just me say my sis half Italian. She must be black Italian, because you know the original Europeans was black. The original Europeans was black, so it makes sense. Why you think they got, what's that boy name? The pretty boy. The pretty boy who used to be with I'm sorry, y'all know what I'm talking about. Who used to be with Kevin Hart. Yep. You are on to something with this one, boo. I'm telling y'all, I just thought about it. It just hit me. It just hit me. And I hate being that person, because I'm telling y'all, I did not want to be the person. I used to hate when people talk like that. And here I am being the person. All right, let's get into it, you guys. Like the video. So listen, I want to come on here and talk about how Black Americans in California was denied reparations. And guess who it was denied by? The clear people, yes, but it was the California Black Caucus who denied Black Americans reparations. And I feel like they created distractions and created a bunch of infighting on purpose just to make it seem like, oh, it was just a misunderstanding, but the Black Americans wasn't taking it. Okay? But we gonna get into that. And then Roland decides to respond to Tyrese, because Tyrese had some critical, well, he kind of criticized Kamala. He really didn't know what he was talking about, but you know what I mean? We gonna get into it. Y'all get in here and like the video. Nigga said, why a Sylvester Stallone ad just came on? See how they be playing with us? That's that nanny boo boo. That's what that is. Yeah, rest in peace, Fat Man. We did a Fat Man scoop live on the Dollhouse. We did a Fat Man Scoop live, and we talked about Fat Man Scoop. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. But let's get into it, you guys. So in case y'all didn't know, shout out to the Black people in California. They were going up for a reparations bill. Let me set this up for y'all. So listen. I'm sorry, I'm watching this thing. So Gavin Newsom, in order to get elected in his seat, see, Black Americans, we have to stop. Wait, before we get there, well, I can't play this yet. But listen, Black Americans, we have to stop taking them small tokens as something real. We do. We have to stop that. We have to stop that. We let them people give us a token. What do I mean by that? Gavin Newsom decided that he would put into place a reparations, what do you call it? It was a reparations a committee. Now, mind you, it's a token, because what's the committee if you ain't giving me reparations? So he decided to put in a reparations committee, the task force. Thank you, Simone. A reparations task force, all of that. And then when they finally come to reparations, Gavin Newsom said, I'm probably not going to sign it. But the Black Caucus of California denied it too. Now, allegedly, they say one of them came up with the whole bit and was like, yeah, we're going to do it, boo, 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 boo. But then he turned around and played in our face. Now, I want to get into what happened on this, because this is big. I hate that this happened. I know that them people play in our face. What's the name? Oh, I know them people play in our face literally all the time. And had us do all of that work, all of that for them people to come back and be like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do it. Hold on. I want y'all to hear from the lady's mouth what happened as they went down there. And I think it's so messed up. I think it's messed up that and the people were calling to go down there as recent as of Friday. They said Saturday was the last day, but Friday they really wanted to get everything taken care of. And they played us. Let me go get the video. Hold on. I want to show y'all. The lady's gonna get on here and explain what actually happened when she went down there and when they were down there. No, what actually happened behind the scenes. It still won't let you send super chats. Hold on. Hold on. Let me fix that too. Hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see something. It won't let you send super chats. I see the super chat button. Let me see. It won't let you send memberships. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Hold on. Let me find the video and then I'm gonna fix that while the video is playing. But let me get the lady up here. Hold on. No, it's not here. Y'all give me a second. Like the video while we're here, if you can. Like the video. It's gotta be here. Dang, they got so much stuff on this channel. I think it's this one. Hold on. Let me let this ad play. And while that's playing, I'm gonna go check these memberships. Oh yeah, this is it. All right. So I want to share this. Shout out to the African Diaspora News Channel. The lady's gonna get on there and explain what actually happened with the reparations. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. This is the African Diaspora News Channel, and I want y'all to see this. That was messed up how they did it because them people was really down there working hard and things of that nature, and they got played. Hold on.
And then
it's a little choppy.
Look like your internet froze, Sister Kamala.
What's going on? Sorry about that. And so this is what's going on, you guys. So State Senator Stephen Bradford, who served on the California Reparations Task Force with me, has introduced, out of all of the Black legislators, the strongest reparations bills to date. The strongest reparations bill since Reconstruction period, right? His bills would create a new state agency just for descendants of American slaves. Think about it. This agency would be a watchdog over other agencies, corporations, entities, police departments, ensuring that our rights are no longer violated and that we're no longer deemed to be second-class citizens. So one of his bills would create a new state agency, 1403, and the other, 1331, would create a new state fund in the California's Treasury account, a fund just for descendants of slaves, a reparations fund just for us. And so what's happening is the California State Legislature has until tomorrow, Saturday, August 31st, to pass all bills. And then once that happens, Governor Newsom would have until September 30th to sign or veto any of the bills that the legislature passes into law. Here's the issue. The California Legislative Black Caucus is infighting. Well, more particularly, they are angry at Bradford because Bradford had introduced these two bills that I described to you without them, right? He introduced these two bills probably like 3-4 months before them without him independently. And so they have been infighting amongst each other for some time now because they're angry that Bradford, didn't introduce his bills, as a team, those two bills with them as a team. However, they didn't want to incorporate these two bills into their package. And so that's why Bradford went alone, right? He understood that in order for there to be true reparations, there needs to be infrastructure. Every other reparations model, domestically, internationally, Holocaust victims had their own institution, their own agency, right? Japanese Americans got reparations. They had their own agency, the Office of Redress Administration. Victims of wartime crimes in Guam by the U.S. Army, they had their own, institution or infrastructure or agency. And so this new bill that Bradford introduced is called the California American Freedmen Affairs Agency. It pays homage to the Freedmen's Bureau that once existed in this country on a national level. It is a shame that I have to share this really bad news with you all, that the California Legislative Black Caucus, particularly the Black Assembly members, because that's where these two bills sit, just to give you a little bit more context. These two bills have passed the Senate side entirely, right? Because State Senator Stephen Bradford, he's in the Senate. So he did his job to make sure that these bills passed the Senate entirely, right? And so now it's on the Assembly side, and it passed through the Assembly through various different committees. So it's on its last stage in the Assembly side, which is literally the Black legislators, all they have to do is bring the bill to the floor today or tomorrow. Just bring the bill to the floor, introduce it, and let the entire floor vote.
Listen, I just want to stop right here. This is what I'm talking about when I say they create this infighting, and it's infighting in the Black caucus. It's infighting in the Black caucus. And mind you, Newsom knew good and well from the beginning he wasn't entertaining no reparations. That's why he let them put together a task force just to give crumbs so Black people could vote for him and he can go in there and pass laws basically saying that our kids, that they can, there's a law that if they give your kids a doggone medication to turn them from a boy to a girl, by law, you can't interfere. He used us, but I'm gonna let her go
on it. That's literally all they have to do. And unfortunately, the news and the word on the street is they are refusing to do that. They are refusing to bring these two bills to the floor because they are holding a grudge, a personal grudge against Senator Bradford. One last thing I'll say, because we want to bring in Governor Newsom into this conversation, right? Also hearing that Governor Newsom doesn't want to see this new state agency as well. And he has introduced amendments to Bradford's office, asking Bradford's office to amend the agency to become a 2-year additional study bill, right? Which is completely unnecessary because that's what the task force did that I was on. We studied and developed reparation proposals for 2 years.
Sister Kamala, hold on. I'm listening to you, but I got a question. So sure. just put your notation right there.
Okay.
Did they do a study on AB? Was it they just did AB 1840? Is it 1860 or 1840?
1840.
Okay. Did they do a 2-year study to do that?
No. No.
Okay. So they did a study. You were the head of the California Reparations Commission, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you were the head of the California Reparations Commission. You did the study. You turned in the findings. Mm-hmm. Now Gavin Newsom, who is up here with the California government, mm-hmm. now he wants to kick the can with Black people and say it's a study, another study. But when it comes to the migrants, they can go get money and houses. Am I correct in what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the Democrats, they will explain 1840 away by, and I also, they will explain it away, right? They will explain it away by saying, oh, this is a home ownership program that's open to everyone. And 1840 just allows now for undocumented immigrants who have social security numbers and taxpayer IDs to also be able to benefit. And so they're going to say, oh, that's not taking away from reparations. Like everyone can benefit from that. But I read the study for this home ownership for all program. Uh-huh. And over since its existence, white people have been the main beneficiaries. Second, Hispanics, then Asians, and Black people are dead last. So,
if they got any at all, and you better be sure what Black people it is, because if Black people, what is it? Are they not descendants of slaves? Because they'll pull that mess too.
Yep, exactly. And then it's interestingly enough, we have African American elected officials, waxing poetic. Assemblymember Corey Jackson waxing poetic about 1840, uplifting the stories of Haitian immigrants and other immigrants is what he said. But behind the scenes, he is trying to sabotage, along with the other California Legislative Black Caucus.
Where is he from?
Riverside.
Where's his family from?
He's Black American. Most of the California, and that's the thing, most of the members of the California Legislative Black Caucus are Black American descendants of American slaves. I think, but for maybe one, Mia Banta, who I think is
So let me get this straight. So they're upset that Bradford put up the bill, and they want to sabotage how many Black people is in California now? Do you have the accurate number?
That's a good question. Let me see. I know we're 6% of the population, 2.2 million, but I feel like it should be higher than that.
Okay, so he wants to
pause. Do not believe for 1 second that Black Americans in that city is 6% of the population. 6%? You mean to tell me they saying there's more essays and there's more clear people in Sacramento? I think that's where they at. I can't remember where they at. Come on, man. I get it. They be playing with y'all with these numbers too. They be playing with y'all with these numbers. They play with Black Americans by even starting this damn task force, and they playing with y'all with these numbers. 6%? Stop it. Stop it. I don't believe that. And they telling you that, so remember, it's a mental enslavement. It's a mental thing right there. If you believe you only 6%, then okay. And that's why you don't fight. That takes everything up out of you. 6%? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That's no. 6%. Come on now. 6. So you mean so if it's 6% of the Black people, then who else is out there? Who's the dominant? And if it's only 6% of Black people in that county or in that place, why won't they just give a 6% their reparations? And see this Black caucus. Listen, y'all want my true belief? I think we need to abandon all of this stuff because it is not for us. The Black people that's in it are not for us. They can't be, because if they were, they wouldn't be there. They have to listen. They have to be for the structure, the power structure. They can't be for you. If they were for you, they wouldn't be there. And that's another thing, Beautiful Ink. If they only 6%, why they fight so hard to get your vote? Come on, man. Y'all gotta 1 + 1 gotta equal 2. 1 + 1 gotta equal 2. Listen, they already wrote us out on paper genocide on a whole lot of stuff. Paper genocide. They've been telling us we've been a minority for all these years, but yet and still they don't pander to no other group of people than us. Come on, man. Think about it. Think about it. We only 6%, but y'all making sure the Negroes get out and vote. Why? I wouldn't even care. It's only 6% of y'all. It's only 6%. Come on, man. But the people doing this on purpose, they're literally putting it in place. Oh, yeah. We're going to do it and have no intentions of doing it. Look.
Sabotage in the whole state, 2.2 million?
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like that.
Wow. Okay. I thought they had more Black people there than that. Well, a lot of Black people left too. But okay. So he wants to. So this so-called Black caucus, and you know, even the you're not saying it, I'm saying it, but even the Congressional Black Caucus, like I said, that's why I tell people they're not really worth anything, because you wouldn't see the Hispanic caucus doing that up there. You wouldn't see the Asian caucus, the whoever caucus. They don't sabotage each other. Does it matter if Bradford put it up or not? Does it really matter?
No. On the grand scheme of things. It does.
I mean, so what you saying it's one guy, but is all of them saying they just going to try to kill the bill or not even put it up just because of Bradford and say screw the taxpayers?
Yes. Yes, that is a position of all 10 members of the California Legislative Black Caucus who are in the assembly. That's what, we're hearing. We're hoping, that, their sentiments change. We're hoping to see, because they're still working right now as we speak. They probably won't adjourn until a couple of hours later. And they've been having meetings with Bradford, over the past few days or so. So we're hoping for some changes tonight.
Wow, I'm curious to know who these people are. I'm curious to know. And you talked to all of them before?
Man, y'all really believe that? It sounds like she said 6% of the state. So you mean only? Come on, man. Come on. Anybody believe that? That's the reason why they doing you how they doing you.
Elected officials?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I've talked to a few, and I can confirm that. They're holding personal grudges against Bradford for whatever reason, and they also have said, I want to bring this up. In talking to one of the assembly members, she was like, Bradford messed it up for all of you guys. She said, what did she say? She said, Bradford messed it up for all of you guys. He, it's grandstanding. He brought these bills on his own, and that's the reason why we're not going to bring them to the floor. Also, Newsom has told us that he's going to veto the bills. And so we're not going to let.
Wait. So now it's going further past them not bringing it to the floor, because Newsom say he's going to veto them, but I guarantee he won't veto AB 1840.
Yeah, that part.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see, when you hear me talking about the Democrat Party, this is me saying this, not you. When you hear me talking about the Democrat Party the way I do, it's not that I'm a Republican. You hear what Sister Kamala is saying. When I tell y'all the black politician and the black preacher is the worst entity to black Americans, now you hearing it from Kamala right here.
Talk your itch.
She did a whole they were her and her team did a whole study for how many years? 2 years?
2 years.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
They signed a study. 2 years. Now it's time to act, and look what they're doing.
Right. And so not this assembly member, she also said, Newsom is saying that he's going to veto Bradford's bills if they come to his desk, and we're not going to let Newsom veto any of our reparations bills. So we're just not going to, bring Bradford's bills to the floor. What else did this assembly member say? She said also, I haven't seen you reparations organizers bring out, a lot of people to our hearings. Well, for one, they've been, that's a whole nother story. But she said, let's say we do pass these bills into law. Are you guys going to be ready to have 200 people knocking on Governor Newsom's office door saying to sign the bills into law? The organizers were like, yes.
So right now, Sister Kamala.
Hey, pay attention to them hands right there. See them hands? That's signs, man. They telling you who they is. Look how she got her hands crossed, fingers locked with that diamond. You know how something like Keith Lee be doing. They telling you, look, man, y'all. But I'm the conspiracy theorist. Look at them hands. They all right, great. They all Masons. Look. Come on, man. Y'all better open y'all eyes, bro. These people, they look like you, but they not here for you.
They can't. Let me see if I can switch. Let me see if I can switch to something else. I want to get you back on the screen.
Wait, back that up. I want to see them photos again.
Our reparations bills. So we're just not gonna, bring Bradford's bills to the floor. What else did this assembly member say? She said also, I haven't seen you reparations organizers bring out, a lot of people to our hearings. Well, for one, they've been, that's a whole nother story, but.
Who's this nigga? Who he is in full African garb? Look at her hands. Look at her hands. Mia, look at her hands. But who this nigga is? He look like he's straight out of a comic book. Who he is? Girl.
She said, let's say we do.
Arms folded. Come on, man.
Pass these bills into law. Are you guys going to be ready to have 200 people knocking on Governor Newsom's?
Man, let me tell y'all something. This was never supposed to go through from the beginning. This was always a wild goose chase. It was just something to give you just a little bit to make you think. And then it was never intended to go through. Never. It was never intended to go through. You can't trust nobody. And I don't know this woman, but I, as the person, the regular person, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. I truly don't. I truly don't. Thank you, MOB, for the super chat. It won't let me send your super chats. You mean the membership? I don't know why. I just looked it up. It's not letting me fix the membership thing. It don't even give me the option to gift memberships no more. I got to check on that and see what's going on. Thank you, Arthur Empress, for being a member for 4 months. Very disheartening, but I bet the majority of Black Americans will still vote Democrat when we should mass migrate to the independent party. Absolutely. But we're not going to do that, Arthur Empress. We're not. We in an abusive relationship with the Democrats, and we like getting our ass whipped. That's just what that is. Thank you, MOB, for the super chat. The PR people hate the immigrants. Ciao. Thank you to Don for the super chat. Vu, didn't I say this was a trick? So they can say we tried to get y'all reparations, but it just it didn't work out. Now stop this talk. Listen, I told y'all my stance on the reparations. Y'all trying to run down there and get a check. Number one, the check will not, y'all, but again, only poor people thinks money fix everything. And I'm not saying poor in like most people don't have anything. What I'm saying is poor in the mind. It takes more than a check to do right by all of the Black Americans that's been done wrong. You know what I mean? I think a check is the easy route, and I think it's the greedy route. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Black Americans don't deserve their money. They do. But it's so much more you deserve than a check. Actually, if they gave you a check, they would be playing you cheap. They owe you so much more. So much more. You just don't understand. But again, and I get it, in the climate we living in, everybody need more money. So I get that. But man, listen. Y'all know how I feel about the check thing. But again, I'm not hating on Black Americans who going to fight for it. I would never hate on Black Americans who going to fight for it, because however you feel like you deserve to be reparated, you deserve it, because they're giving checks to everybody else. They're giving checks to the migrants, 15 racks in food stamps and 5 in cash every month. Now, let me show y'all, they went down there after this. After this, they went down there to protest, and this is what happened. Y'all check this out. Hold on.
Bring the goddamn bills up now. The speaker need to bring the bills up now. These are their bills. They have their names on the bills. They killing their own bills because they scared of the government. Now, listen, they gonna see this and they gonna get mad at us. They killing their own bills, then they gonna get mad at us. They killing their own bills because they scared of the government. Okay? We don't care.
We need to
bring the goddamn bills up now.
The governor needs to understand that the world is watching California, and this is going to have a direct impact on your friend Kamala Harris, who's running for president. This is going to have a direct impact. So pull up the bills now, vote on them, and sign them.
We have
We've
to
been
vote.
waiting for over 400 years.
The speaker need to bring the bills up now.
So the people are disgusted and mad, and I understand why. Because they really been playing with them people for the last couple years so they can get Gavin Newsom in there. Yeah. I'm going to entertain reparations. I remember when that first happened and all the Black Americans was like, oh my God, he the first person to ever say he'll entertain it. But entertaining it is not enough. We have to stop letting it, because this ain't just about the presidential election. This is about your local elections as well. I don't want you to entertain a damn thing. Show me the bills or the plans or whatever you got that's saying this is what we're going to do. Show that. I don't care about, oh yeah, we're going to hire a task force. Okay, and then what? Yeah, this is good news for Trump because now you got them Californians who gonna turn that state, the black ones, the so-called 6%, girl. The so-called 6% could turn the doggone country. I mean, that state another color. Yeah, DJ, entertaining means we gonna think about it. I hate that. And black people, we just so used to not getting nothing. Anything that they say, we just go with the move. And look, let me mess y'all head up. Simone made a good point. She says Newsom wants the presidency next time around too. You know how he gonna get it? The same way the Democrats played us the last 8 years. You know what they're gonna do? Put somebody up, demonize them, say they're the worst person in the world. They're gonna put y'all in slavery. You know, niggas, slavery. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be so scared of the other person that even though the Democratic side that's literally told y'all they never giving y'all reparations, we're going to vote for that anyway. Because every time you ask the people, the black people, what's going on? What's going on? Why y'all not voting for the other side? They're going to say, because we can't let them people get in there. They're going to scare us. That's what they do. We scary. We scary. They just going to demonize another person, whoever the other person is, and they're going to put the propaganda out, put the doggone the commercials and all that. They're gonna have Martin Luther King getting bit by dogs and Rosa Parks getting dragged off the bus. Even though that didn't happen, girl, they're gonna have all type of stuff. They're gonna put AI Rosa Parks on them, and they're gonna get the dog to bite her in the ass. They're gonna get AI Martin Luther King, and then they're gonna get somebody to throw him off the top of a bridge with a KKK hood. They're going to get AI Malcolm X. They're going to get somebody to tie him up to a horse and drag him up the street. And niggas going to be terrified. And you know what niggas going to do? Vote for the side that's really the ones that's doing all of that stuff. Because we just going to be scared of the other side. Because we scary. Speaking of being scary, I want to get into them clear people. The Hells Angels allegedly going up there to Colorado while the Negroes are sitting around there playing. But before we get to that, thank you for the super chat, son. We were really done dirty. It was embarrassing. I feel bad. I really feel bad. I really feel bad. That they dragged them Black Americans down like that. But we got to stop protesting and start demanding. And start doing something about it. Faith without works is dead. That's what the Bible said, huh? Faith without works, meaning you can want it, but if you don't do nothing about it, who gives a damn? It ain't gonna work. The book tell you all that, and I don't even follow the book. The book tell you faith without works is dead. You can want and pray all you want. You can pray to the Lord Jesus, please, Jesus. If you don't get up off your behind and do something about it, you'll never get anything. You get it? Thank you to Don for the super chat. Section 8 just announced they are no longer taking any more applications and they ran out of money. That money was supposed to last until January 2025. Listen, I keep telling y'all think it's a game. They gonna put them migrants up above the Negroes, you know what I'm saying? And they gonna put them in a position to where it mentally makes them a higher class than you, and also financially and economically put them at a higher class than you. Black Americans, somebody say on another live stream, why should we care? It don't affect us. Yes, it does. Because if you think you're doing bad now, you about to do way worse once they take your money and allocate it to these migrants. How the song say, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. How about this? If you think you're broke right now, wait until next year, nigga. Because you about to be broken than you was this year. Mark my words. Okay? Mark my words. If you think you're broke right now, ooh yeah. Wait until next year, nigga. Oh, if you think you're broke right now, your ass about to be broke as a joke because all of the funds, everything that they had set aside to allocate for the poor and the people that's not doing well, in the black community, oh, that's gone. That's gone. And they're gonna make y'all take them jobs that pay little to no money, or you're just not gonna work, and then you're gonna be poor and probably homeless or on the verge of homeless, and all of the mijos and the essays and the vatos gonna be riding around in lowriders, and you Negroes is gonna be begging for a crumb, and they're gonna ride right past you like the conquistadors that they are and tell you, nigga, get out my face, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. That's how that goes. See? Y'all gotta wake up. Y'all better wake up. It's cool until it's not cool no more. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to Don. Thank you, son, for the super chat. Every street named after MLK becomes messed up too. Yes, that's a slap in the face. You know, the government like to play nanny boo boo with us. Of course they do. They like to do us dirty and then play nanny boo boo. That's why they name all them MLK streets. Thank you. How you say it? I don't want to mispronounce your name. Amanakau. I'm gonna just call you A. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Thank you for the super chat. I'm mad. I want to learn this. Amanakau? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, but thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. But I'm telling you, y'all better get y'all affairs in order. You know how one way you can combat this, y'all? Barter system. Y'all better learn to trade. Black Americans gonna have to work together. Because listen, if you think we a lower class now, we about to be lower than that class when them people come in here, because they're gonna put them up economically. We talked about this Friday. What Martin Luther King said, they undergird its peasants by giving them land-grant colleges, money to mechanize their farms. What else he say? All them essays, they're going to take over everything. And that just is what it is. Hold on. I want to show y'all something else as in regards to this reparations thing. I feel so bad, like I say, for the black people who really believe that. In my opinion, we need to abandon this government, period. Because it's never going to work for us. It was never designed to work for us. Granted, shout out to Topcat for coming. For coming on Friday. And Topcat dropped some heat. That man dropped some heat, bro. That man dropped some heat. And he told us that they got this government from us. And I believe that because they're not original. They don't create nothing. They full of crap, you know? But I think we need to abandon this government altogether and create our own. But do we have the right people in place? Are they sellouts? See, it's so much going on. People get desperate, and in desperate time calls for desperate measures. So you never know. Look, Cube got on here and told y'all. I remember Black Americans scolded Cube when Cube came up with the contract for Black America. Everybody had something to say. Oh no, because I don't think this and and who did he talk to and why didn't he do? Just a reason to have an issue. Well, Cube came on here and he had something to say, and it's got the people going crazy again. It's got Black Americans really mad that this man he tried to warn y'all this 4 years ago. When he tried to sit down with Trump, he wanted to sit down with Trump and Kamala and Joe. Kamala and Joe wouldn't even entertain him. Told him, we'll talk to you after the election. We don't need you because we got Beyonce singing. Then Trump sat down with him and niggas still was mad. Look what Cube had to say.
The process. You don't vote just to vote. You vote because you're getting something or your community is getting something. So everybody that's telling you that, man, look at them and say, what are you getting? Because people that just want you to vote and not ask for nothing, people that's in power that want you to vote but don't want you to get anything or not asking for you to get anything economically, they suspect, straight up. Because a lot of people been in place for a long time and we ain't got shit.
Let me say this. So far, Ice Cube ain't said nothing wrong. All Ice Cube is saying is you need to be voting to get something in return. Anybody who tells you to vote and get nothing in return is a suspect. That is common sense. That is, nobody should have any opposition to him saying that. Never give your vote away for free. Don't give it away out of fear. Don't give it up. You're supposed to gain something for your vote. For instance, it's no different from me coming to you and saying, "Hey girl, can I use your house?" And you be like, "Yeah, you can use my house, but it's gonna cost you X amount of dollars to rent it." That's give and receive. Give and receive. It's the order of life. All he's saying is don't give your vote away for free. I'm gonna let him finish, and then we're gonna go to the comments and watch the people have something to say. Look.
That shit gonna end. That shit gonna end. We gonna get what we supposed to get. Period. And anybody asking you not to ask, I wouldn't listen to them. Because that's the process. Every community asks for what they want. And we gonna do the same goddamn thing. Anybody telling you that you gotta vote, that it's your duty, that you have to exercise the right, and that people died for you to vote. For one, people did die, but nobody walked out their house to go die for you to vote. They were killed by probably some racists that don't want to see us.
No, they died to become first-class citizens. One of the ways in which they thought they can get to that was through the vote. It was never about the vote in particular. It was never about the vote in particular. Our ancestors thought that if we got the right people in the right place, that they would advocate for us and we'll get things. Not only that, they also thought that if we had the right to vote, just like the clear people, we would be too first-class citizens. They never died for the right to vote. If voting didn't mean anything about first-class citizenship, they wouldn't have put it on the flyer. I hate that Black Americans is still spewing that negative bull crap. Oh, your ancestors died. No, not for no damn vote. If voting wouldn't have been an option to get them where they needed to go, they wouldn't even worried about it. But they believed that that was one of the tools and avenues in which to get us to become what? First-class citizens. We talked about that on this channel.
Get anything. Be skeptical of anybody telling you to vote and not telling you to ask for anything, or to tell you to just vote and not to get anything for your vote. That's not how it works.
Boy, I need Top Cats up here now to explain how, man. Anyways, he didn't say nothing wrong. He literally just saying, if you're gonna do something, if you're gonna give a vote, you need to get something in return. Look at this person. Ice Cube is full of BS. He is in business with Bannon. That's all you need to know about him. Ice Cube shows up every 4 years to try and steer this base away from the Dems. This has nothing to do with community. It's about his money. How? All he said was get something for your vote. And the people still dragging. Oh, they was mad. They was mad. It's crazy that Ice Cube is 55 years old and still doesn't know why it is important to vote. Don't listen to a MAGA cult moron who got caught up in a bribery scheme with Steve Bannon. Hashtag vote blue down the ballot and then vote again in 2 years. Listen, look at what the people doing. So they telling you not to ask for nothing for your vote. Ice Cube shows up every 4 years to tell Black people not to vote and then disappears back into one of his multi-million-dollar mansions. F him. Listen, this is crazy. This is crazy. So you mean to tell me that I'm just supposed to continue to be stupid and get the crumbs and leftovers and nothing left if I get the leftovers just because what? That's crazy to me. That's insanitary. That's insanitary. Look, hold on. People are not attacking the message. They just attacking the man. Somebody says, what suspect is him? That's the same lady showing up every election cycle and then crawling his dingy ass back into his hole. What? Don't attack him. Attack the message. So you telling me we supposed to just continue to vote? And this is on a local level too. Ice Cube is a fraud, just like his buddy Steve Bannon. Y'all got to also understand a lot of these be bots. Nobody give a F what Ice Cube say. Republicans aren't doing a darn thing for anyone black unless they got 7-figure bank. FOH, get fuck out of here. But what? Again, that's what be making me so upset with my people. Because a lot of them just be repeating talking points. But ultimately, listen, I want to say this. Hold on. Somebody say something. Voiceovers by Stephanie says, I honestly think that people think he's a paid sponsor. Let's say he was. Let's say the Republicans, and it's not to you. I'm talking about the black people. Let's say the Republicans paid Ice Cube to tell black people, do not vote unless you get something for your vote. Is the message wrong? Is the message wrong? That's the question I have. Is it wrong to say you deserve something for your work? Is it wrong to say, hey, if I come work for you, you have to pay me? Is that wrong? Is that wrong? I don't care about the messenger. I'm talking about the message. I don't care how the message come to me. So it's no different from me saying, it's no different from me saying, I'm going to hire you to do some work around my house, but I'm not going to pay you. And then somebody coming to tell you, oh, don't listen to Vu. Vu, she rich, so she don't listen to her if she tell you, she that you don't need to get paid. Don't listen to her. That's I don't quite get it. I really don't get it. I truly don't give a damn who paid him and sent them. Is the message wrong? Is he telling you something that's going to hurt you? Is he telling you something to your benefit? Is he telling you something that's right? Listen, they say a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day. Let's say the Republicans win. What do we get for that? Well, what did we demand from the Republicans? If we didn't demand anything from the Republicans, then we won't get anything from the Republicans. Because we still so focused on the Democratic plantation, we haven't come up with any demands. This is why I say we need to sit the whole thing out. Let the clear people decide who want to be the president. They're not going to like that. Let the clear people figure it out. We need to come together. We need to get a doggone, instead of a reparations task force, we need a voting task force. And we need to come up with demands for both sides. Hell, not even just both sides. Why we don't just all go independent and get an independent a run for their money? Make the independent, you know what I'm saying? Come up with things. Oh, I'm going to do this X, Y, and Z. And you don't think Black America? Well, no, they so brainwashed. They so brainwashed. Because I was gonna say Black Americans would then go independent if an independent person say they're gonna give reparations or they're gonna make right what's wrong or what's been done wrong to Black Americans. But all you gonna have is other Black Americans, a lot of people who not really Black Americans, but they Black, and they're gonna come in and say, oh well. Don't listen to them. They are independent. They don't even have enough votes. Nobody independent never wins. So it don't even make sense to put your vote toward that. It's gonna be somebody to steer the Black Americans wrong. I think we need to abandon the government altogether. It's almost like, listen, to me, this is what it looks like to me. You're trying to squeeze blood from a turnip. It doesn't work. It's never going to work. Okay? It's not designed to work. I can't expect a tree to give me water. That don't go like that. I can't expect grass to bear fruit. You need a seed. That don't go like that. I can't expect a car to fly me around the world. That don't go like that. But we can continue to go around in circles with the political party. I'm here for it. I don't entertain it. I don't deal with it. I just watch. But I will say this, in my watching, I will try to tell my people, hey, y'all, this not okay. Hey, y'all, this not cool. Hey, them people playing with you over here. And I don't give a damn if it's the Republican Party too. Hey, they playing with y'all. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We know that. Why are we still doing the same thing over and over expecting different results? The Black Caucus, I don't give a damn if it's on a state level, if it's on a federal level. The Black Caucus was never designed to help you. The NAACP was never designed to help you. The Civil Rights Movement was never designed to help you. None of these things were ever designed to help you. Very few things were. The Black Panther Party, that was designed. It was infiltrated later, but that was designed to help you. The Black Panther Party. Also, Malcolm X. Not the Muslim movement. The Muslim movement was never designed to help you. But they had people come up out of there who thought that they could do better, or who thought that who exposed the Muslim movement and was trying to get Black people to do better, and they took him up out of here. Malcolm X. The HBCU, that's another thing, was never designed to help you. It's always been owned by clear people. Spelman is named after a clear woman. All of them named after clear people. But just because there's Black representation, we just automatically assume that it is for the betterment of the Black. No, it is to indoctrinate and bougie. Speaking of bougie, y'all, let me give y'all a quick story time. So this is a real life situation that happened to me. Baby, when that was 2 days ago? Saturday. So we go to, this is my first, not first, but this is my first up and close bougie experiment, or in a while. So I go to a wedding party or an engagement party. It's my man's brother. He's getting engaged. Well, he's got engaged. And it's at this beautiful lake house. Because you got to understand, the bourgeoisie is a real thing. It's at this beautiful lake house. I'm talking about, the house is gorgeous, 3-story, basement, impeccable, furniture, photos. I'm talking about, you could go out on the balcony and you see the lake. They got boat houses and boats, and I'm talking about amazing. So long story short, the night goes on, and I go to the lady of the house because we getting ready to leave, and I said, hey, I just want to thank you for having us. And I extended my hand to this woman, a Black woman. I extended my hand to this woman. I said, I sure appreciate you having us. I sure appreciate being here. Thank you for everything. The house is beautiful. That lady looked me up and down, and not only turned her head, but turned her body the other way. Do you know how played I felt? Now, I don't know because I didn't have many interactions with the lady, but one I did have. I asked her about the lot next door. There was a lot next door. And I said, well, how much do they want for this lot? She said, oh, about $200,000. I said, well, that's not bad. And maybe it's the pink nails I have on now. Maybe I look like I can't afford 200 racks. So maybe I'm thinking that could have been it. But I'm like, I didn't have anything negative. I don't know why this lady would do that. But that lady looked me up and down like I was a piece of trash on the thing, and turned her head. Now, in the party, it was very bourgeoisie. Alpha Kappa, they had a bunch of AKA people. You could tell, the Black bourgeoisie when you're around them. You know what I'm saying? Nice dress, everybody got their pearls on, you know what I mean? Everybody got, nice clothes, red bottom, fancy. We drinking out of glasses. Ain't no plastic cups, girl. We drinking out of glasses. They got a saxophone player. Ain't no DJ, baby. Oh, no. Saxophone player. It was giving Fresh Prince of Bel-Air tease. That's what it was giving to me. The whole environment. Yeah. It was very demure. Yeah, very, very classy. Like, you had to know somebody to get up in there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, fancy plates, glasses. Girl, fresh roses on all the tables. Yes, she is light-skinned. Yes, she is. Yes, she's light-skinned. She is light-skinned. Look, and I come in, and I was dressed nice, but I got pink nails. We going on vacation. Maybe they said, who is this ghetto hood booger? I don't know what was going through the lady mind. but very bourgeoisie, girl. They got Zora Neale Hurston photo on the wall. She was a agent, but they don't know it. They just feel like she was one of the great blacks. You know what I'm saying? Zora Neale Hurston painting on the wall, girl. Chandeliers falling from out the sky, girl. I was like, ooh, this is classy. You know what I mean? Classy, girl. I felt like Sha'Carri Richardson in that place, girl. I was out of touch. I wasn't supposed to be there. You know what I mean? Braids all the way down my bike, pink nails. I mean, my outfit was very, demure, but it don't matter. The pink nails, the braids. They like, who is this hood booger? You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's what the lady was saying, but I feel like that's what, it could have been that. But that lady really embarrassed me. And when I left, I played it off and I got in the car and I was in tears. Not because I was hurt, because I wanted to go nigga. You see what I'm saying? I wanted to go nigga. I wanted to tap that bitch on that arm and say, did you hear what the fuck I said? Who you playing with? That's what I wanted to say, but I couldn't do it because I'm in a classy event. I'm a guest. And then they're going to be like, look, see, that's why we didn't invite them hood boogers here. You know what I'm saying? What is the moral to the story? When y'all dealing with these politicians, that is the class of Negroes, black people that you are dealing with. When you are dealing with these politicians, that is the class of blacks you're dealing with. Now, I know you look at them in the face and you just automatically assume they are for us because they look like us. You know what I'm saying? For us, by us. You automatically assume FUBU. But that don't go like that. That level of black people in those places are the people who are in the class of bourgeoisie. Listen, it is a real thing. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you. This is a real thing. It's been since the beginning of time. I need you guys to be on code and understand this. Hold on. I'm going to show you. This ain't just started. This been like that. Oh, you know how we be hollering the boule and da-da-da-da-da-da? Y'all know how we be doing that? It's not just a boule. There are class system amongst black people. There are. There's a literal class system amongst black people. Why is it doing this? There's a literal class system amongst black people. And I want to show you guys this. Hold on. I want to show you who these people are. And they've always been around. And they'll never go away. And they're still around to this day. Let me show you something. Hold on. Let me show you something.
Middle class, however. In my mind, there is no black middle class. It's impossible for it to exist in this country. We have those who aspire to be middle class. And to that group.
Now, this the Negro. This the poor nigga.
I would say that they have been almost totally, 99% negligent in their response to the struggles of the masses of black people in this country, and that they have, in many instances, in fact, hindered that struggle by moderating the genuine and legitimate radicalism of the masses.
White-collar Negroes today sometimes find themselves under attack from within their own ranks. Last summer's Evening of Elegance was harshly criticized in some quarters, particularly since it took place only 2 nights after the New York riots.
These your politicians right here. These your politicians. Look, these your black politicians, your black caucus. These the people who telling you they for you and they never was for you from the beginning. That's why they get to be middle class and you get to be at the bottom. Look.
Observers sensed an uneasiness on the part of some guests. Basil Thomas, organizer of the affair, gives his own assessment.
This is completely socialism. It's not a part of any civil rights organization. We don't propose to. We don't have speeches politically, civil rights, or any other type of controversies.
And yet, in your way, you do make a contribution.
Completely in sympathy with it. Completely in sympathy with it. But I certainly would not like it to disrupt the beauty of the Evening of Elegance.
These are the people in charge of the Black America. These are the people put in place. They allow these people to be successful. They allow these people to be every single thing that they want to be just to keep you down. So me at the party, I was at a party like this, the one you just seen. I was at a party like this. They Black Americans. Listen, they Black Americans. Y'all remember a show called The Jeffersons? Remember Florence was a po nigga, but George and Wheezy were rich. They were rich, but they were down to earth, yet still rich. Florence, because they never lost touch with who they were, Florence was still able to be herself. That's why when they would have bougie people come over, they let Florence cuss their ass out because they never forgot who they were. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of Black Americans, especially back then and even to this day, those are the ones that they put in place. And because all we care about is symbolism, we think that they have our best interests at heart. If they had our best interests at heart, they wouldn't be there and they wouldn't have the success that they have. They breed these people from where? College HBCUs. HBCUs breed this class of people. It's almost like planting the seed and curating it and making sure it grows. The Black HBCUs breed these type of people. It ain't just started, it's been happening. The bourgeoisie been happening, and they turn their nose down on the po nigga, even though they act like they represent for the po nigga, but they turn their nose down on the po nigga. But see, the gag was with my situation, she thought I was a po nigga because maybe I give po nigga energy. I don't know, and that's fine. I'd rather give po nigga energy and check my account and feel good than to give rich nigga energy and I ain't got a quarter and 2 nickels to rub together. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want to make this topic long, but why is this important? It made me really think about, wow, like this lady really played in my face. And I was in tears in the car because I told my old man, I said, man, where I'm from in New Orleans, what that lady did to me, that was like spitting in my face. In New Orleans, you speak. Not speaking is just as bad as you slapping me across my face. And the way that lady did me, that was equivalent to spitting in my face. And I was mad because I wanted to turn into the po nigga she think that I am. I wanted to, okay, you think I'm the po nigga, I'm about to show you the po nigga and bat the piss out you. That's what I want, but I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still fighting that and I'm still dealing with that. But I'm saying all that to say there's a class of Black people and you know who they are when you're around them. Everybody got that aunt or that gay cousin or that gay uncle who do really, really well, really nice house. You can't never come by his house, but he always coming out. Pull up in the Benz or the Beamer or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's only one. You know, everybody have that. And those are the people who are your representation. They don't have your best interests at heart. They only have theirs. They only have theirs. My daddy whole side of the family like that. That's why my mama don't like them. You know what I mean? My mama, my daddy, all his brothers and sisters are just like, well, not maybe one or two of them not, but they just like that. They think they better than the po nigga. They think they better than the po nigga. Man, I want to show y'all something. I want to go into the Hell's Angels. So, speaking of the nigga, I hate you niggas. Not you niggas, but I hate niggas in general. Let me tell you why. So, the migrants is taking over the doggone houses and all of that. Hold on. In Aurora, Colorado. And the niggas ain't doing nothing. What I told y'all about that Civil War. So now the Hells Angels allegedly, I don't know this to be a fact, but allegedly they on their way to Colorado to do what the government ain't doing. Allegedly. And I hate that Black Americans are terrified of clear people, even if they don't speak English, even if they're taco eating clears. Look, because they would rather look at the bike gang. I can't play the music, but they're saying that this is the biker gang that are going to Aurora, Colorado to do what the police not doing. I told y'all about this Civil War. I told y'all about the movie I seen. One thing about the clear people, they don't play about their guns and they don't play about they stuff, what they deem to be their land and stuff like that. They not gonna play. Negroes is gonna continue to attack other Negroes and be fine with that, and nobody's gonna say anything. We're not gonna stand for that because we don't even stand for ourselves. I seen people on there talking about that would never happen in Texas. Them clear people was on there talking about, I wish they come down. Matter of fact, I want them to come. You know what I'm saying? Look, the clears, they wait. Oh, I hope they come to Kentucky. Oh, Jesus, that'll be the best thing that ever happened to me. I hope they come to Texas. Oh, that'll be the best thing I hope they come to this one. I hope they come to, I want the game. That'll be the best thing ever happened to me. And the niggas over there still banging on each other. Talking about they op. You can't make this up.
America, this is about Aurora, Colorado and the Hells Angels. And you know how we always say they tell you without telling you, they put it in front of you in words, you just have to understand it. All right, I'm going to spread this out so I can read it and we'll talk about it. Check this out. Well, I can get it spread out. In Aurora, Colorado, reports have surfaced about the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club potentially intervening in response to alleged takeover of apartment complexes by Venezuelan gangs. Notably, I'm not going to say that, aimless claims of increased gang violence and drug trafficking linked to these groups. All right, we all know this is true. There's too many reports and videos for that not to be true. While some sources and social media posts suggest the Hells Angels' involvement as a form of vigilante justice against what's described as an invasion facilitated by lax border policies, others, including local officials and law enforcement, have downplayed the extent of gang control or the involvement of the Hells Angels. They didn't deny it. They're downplaying it, labeling some reports as extravagant or false. This situation has sparked a debate on the legality and ethics of motorcycle clubs combating street gangs. Well, hold on a minute now. If there's nothing to this and it's fake and false, why would you need all of that? But anyway. Highlighting concerns over potential violence, the strain on local law enforcement, and the border implications for community safety and legal justice. The narrative also touches on political and social issues, including immigration policies and the perceived inadequacy of government responses to gang activities, with opinions sharply divided whether such diligent actions could mitigate or exacerbate the problem. All right. If you didn't quite catch all of this, they told you exactly what it is. They're minimizing it. There is something truly going on. To what extent? To what extent, I don't know. But there actually is something going on there. Don't know what involvement or whatever it is, but they're trying to downplay it. They got a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo in there, and then they try to throw something totally unrelated in there to take the focus off of, they told you. Well, yeah, we didn't exactly say, no, this isn't happening. We're just trying to figure out how to make it happen.
Yeah.
All right, America, this is about Aurora, Colorado.
Them people playing in y'all face. And let me tell y'all something. They're going to downplay it because they don't want you to go into panic. I'm talking about at the local level. They want to allow these migrants to get as good as they want to get good into this crap, right? And so by the time you realize it, they done snuck up on you already. That's what they want to happen. That's exactly what they want to happen. And it's a bunch of bull crap. Watch this lady downplay it.
That are out here tonight again. I've been out here for several weeks, making contacts with the residents. reassuring them about the criminal activity that's happening here and how we're going to address it. We're out here. We want to reassure the people that live in this community that we are actively investigating criminal activity that's happening and listening to them to so that we can learn anything that we're missing. You know, what are we missing, and actually find out what exactly is going on. We're out here because we care. I mean, nobody should be wearing this uniform if they don't care. And we want the residents and the people that live here to know that we care. We've been talking to the residents here and learning from them to find out what exactly is going on. And there's definitely a different picture. I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community, but what we're learning out here is that gang members have not taken over this complex. We've really made an effort to the last few days to just really ask the specific questions or the direct questions in terms of the gang activity and who's actually making sure that people aren't paying rent to gang leaders or gang members, that's not happening. And we've discovered here today and yesterday talking to so many residents that that's not the case. We've been talking about, and they've been sincere with us. We really believe that they are sincere with us. And we're standing out here, and I can tell you that gang members have not taken over this apartment complex.
So this is my question, ma'am. If you know they have gang leaders out there and gang members out there in gangs, and you know that there is a thing where they over there taking people's rent and all of that, why y'all not over there? You went to another random apartment complex and said, oh, the people are saying that that's not true and it's all fine and I don't understand what the big deal. You literally admitted that you know about the gangs. Why y'all not taking y'all task force and y'all cameras, y'all body cams over there? Why y'all not taking y'all body cams over there? It doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. Them people playing in your face. Thank you for being a member for 2 months, Shy. Will you be able to play the music in the email I sent, because there's a message in it, and she said it was okay because I told her to watch you spread the word. I don't know what you're talking about, Shy, but I'm not gonna play no music because I don't want, I don't know. I'll come with it later, but I'm not dealing with no music right now because I don't want no copyrights. Why she over at a random doggone place? And they ain't got no nigga gangs in Colorado? Yeah, they think we dumb. They think we dumb. They think we dumb. That they literally think we dumb. She admitted that there are gangs. She admitted that activity is happening. And you go to a random apartment complex talking about, well, I spoke to the people and the people said that they're not going through that. So, I don't think it's that bad. These people full of shiz naive is what they are. They full of shiz naive is what they are. The facts of the matter is we know what's going on, and they're not going to sit up there and downplay it like as if we don't see what we seeing. We know what we seeing. Now I want to add this in here too. I've been looking for this lady for a long time. Well, you know how they saying Kamala daddy is Jamaican? Look at this Asian lady talking about the Jamaicans. Look, I've been wanting to show y'all this. Look.
Jamaica is not an African nation. My fellow Jamaicans, it is abundantly clear to me that there are people who live afar and identify as Jamaicans, but you don't have one of these. So let me set the record straight. Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just laying it down for you. And if you overstay your welcome, we put you back on a plane and we send you back, you, not me, you back to the country which you came.
This is the last time you gotta address this, bad man. The last time. If we think Jamaicans are African descent, of course, bro. Of course we African descent, bro. I'm black, bro. Damn, I'm tired of do your research, bro.
I have a friend from Ghana, and we talk a lot about the language and the words and the similarities. We talk about the food, like dukuno. We need to appreciate our ancestry, and don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. It's time people wake up. We are Jamaicans, but our bloodline is way deeper than that.
Look, now the lady said Jamaicans is not tied to no race. That's what the lady said. It's not tied to no race. She said they don't separate by race. Look at this person. As a Jamaican, I can confirm what my friend said, the Chinese lady, and yes, she is my actual friend, a gifted film director. It is incorrect to say most Jamaicans are black, as 85% of the country is actually mixed race and consider themselves as such. I have 2 white grandparents on either side and 1 Indian. To represent myself as black would be doing a disservice to my other ancestors. That being said, race is mostly an American cultural issue. I never really thought about much skin color until I moved here. Didn't I tell y'all they didn't learn it was black till they come here? It is hard to identify with the American racial experience since Brown versus education was only 70 years ago, and slavery was abolished about 200 years ago in Jamaica. And aside from a few fringe groups, we hardly even talk about it. We never had a history of segregation either. I am empathetic where the FBA is concerned, though. Do you understand why it's hard for the immigrants to come over here and understand, not all of them, but a lot of those immigrants to come to America and not understand your plight? Look at the mindset. And this is not the mindset of all, but it's a lot of mixed race going on over there. You see what I'm saying? So they don't see. We were told that we have a lot of mixed racing. We can't even find, most of us can't even find all these colonizers that came in our family and mixed race with them. They have like direct ties with mixed racing. So people understand the Asian lady because honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest, and this might be ignorant, but I don't think it is. I've always thought that Jamaica was a black island. I've always thought that Jamaica was predominantly black. I've always thought that. But according to what these people are saying, and some people in the comments, they all saying they got all type of mixed race ancestors. But the black Americans, they tell you got them too, but where they at? Oh, it was 400 years ago when they came over here and they raped our ancestors. Okay, well, who in your ancestry was raped? I don't have, you see what I'm saying? Like, so it's hard for them to understand the plight because that's not their experience. It really is hard. I want to play you one more. Hold on.
The majority of them that have comprehension problems are in the United States of America, and them don't know the culture, and them a dash this and a talk. But why can't you be Afro-Jamaican? There's no fucking thing as Afro-Jamaican. Bleep me out right there, sir. Bleep it. There is no such thing as an Afro-Jamaican. I make a cuss bad word. We do not call ourselves that. I make people cuss you. The Black movement is important to America. Because in America, you are segregated and being told that Black people live over here and you're African American. And when people were born in Jamaica and raised in America and they don't immerse themselves into the culture, they become confused as to how we as Jamaicans move as a culture. I did not move too far away from where my roots are. My roots are Jamaican. I do not identify as Chinese because I do not speak Chinese. I think I take more offense to being called a Chinese than anything else, because you have to remember my ancestors left a country, or maybe you want to call it the motherland, because they didn't like it. And my parents rebelled against the culture. My mother doesn't even use chopstick, and you can't get her to drink tea. I literally can trace my lineage to 1856. So people go, oh, you're trying to sound Black. No, the cadence of the uptown accent is very much Irish. When it comes to other accents in different parishes and the patois and so forth, it was highly influenced by the Spanish. The way how we pronounce certain words, A-E-I-O-U, how they do it. The reason why reggaeton is so easily adapted from reggae, why they were able to take our music and adapt it so easily to theirs, is because of the similarities in the way we speak.
Plenty of the food, especially ground provisions, it is so similar. So there's a lot of things that you can find in Guatemala that is in Jamaica. So it is interesting that Jamaica is shifting itself so far only to Africa, not realizing that part of our ancestral heritage is also Spanish.
This was very eye-opening. Black Americans, this is not our experience. Do me a favor. If you're a foundational, so-called foundational, if you're a Black American born and bred in America, put a 1 in the chat if this is your experience. Put a 2 in the chat if it's not. This is not a Black American experience, in my opinion. But I want to see if this is Black Americans' experience. Do y'all experience this cultural mixing the way that these Jamaicans is saying? Because I've never experienced that. Maybe it's because I'm from New Orleans. I'm just trying to see, put a 1 if you're a Black American. You got to be a Black American. And it's all these cultural mixings like this, and this was your experience. Put a 2 in the chat if it was not. I've never had this experience. I've never had this experience. But again, maybe because I'm from New Orleans. I don't know. So, do you guys see why the mindsets are different? And it's not just in Jamaica. It's in all them islands. Do you guys see why this is the mindset of these people? Why they can't understand your plight? Because the majority of y'all are putting 2s. I've never had this. Now, don't get me wrong. My brother got a baby by a clear woman. That's about it. But he's still here. I'm talking about in your ancestry. We ain't got no Asians in my bloodline. We ain't got no Irish in my bloodline. You know what I mean? We don't have no, I haven't even seen a clear in my bloodline yet. I'm talking about in my lineage, in my ancestry. So you understand why a lot of these people come from other places and they don't understand the plight. They don't understand the things that Black Americans went through here on this soil. It makes me better understand it. I don't think that they get a pass, but it makes me better understand why they come over here and just look at us like something wrong with us. Because that's not their experience. And my thing is to the people who can't empathize or sympathize with the plight that's going on here in America, for Black Americans, I think, in my opinion, they need to sit it out. I think they need to sit it out. Yes, Asia's in Africa big too. But that's not our experience as Black Americans. That's not our experience. That's why the mindset is completely different. Asians were slaves too. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's between the Asians and whoever enslaved them. That don't have nothing to do with me. That don't have nothing. That's between the Asians and whoever enslaved them, child. That ain't got nothing to do with Black Americans. No, we cannot all just be Americans. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No ham. No turkey. No spam. No. And let me tell you why. Because if we're gonna all just be Americans, I'll raise you one. I'll take let's all be Americans, and I'll raise you one. If we gonna all just be Americans, anybody that's here that's from any island, any country other than America, get rid of your flag, and let's just all be Americans. How about that? If you come from another country, another nationality, get rid of your Haitian flag, get rid of your Jamaican flag, get rid of your Bahamian flag, get rid of your African flag, get rid of your Nigerian flag, get rid of all of y'all flags and just wave the American flag. Other than that, no, we can't all just be Americans. Unless y'all gonna get rid of y'all flags and y'all cultures and all of that stuff, and y'all just gonna identify y'all with America, then get rid of y'all flags, and then we can talk about it. If y'all not gonna get rid of y'all flags, then no. We cannot all just be Americans, because we're not all just Americans. They got Haitian Americans, they got Jamaican Americans, they got Puerto Rican Americans, they got all kinds of Americans. But if y'all not gonna get rid of y'all flag, then no, we cannot all just be Americans. That means you can't come over here talking about, oh well, in my culture, no. You ain't got no culture. She said talking about the blacks that were born here. No, because let me tell you why. The only way we can all be Americans, the blacks that were born here, is if the clear people identify with their ancestry. Then that would mean if the Black Americans who were born in America are only going to be Americans, then every single clear people is a person that come off a boat. Their ancestors done come off a boat or they done flew here, but they didn't grew here. So every clear person need to go down their genealogy and go down their lineage and find out where they come from. If you come from whatever part of Europe, whatever part of Africa, whatever part, wherever you come from, they need to identify with that American, and then we'll just be Americans. Then we'll just be Americans. We'll be Americans. We won't be Black Americans. We'll be Americans. But every single person that come from any other place need to identify with what kind of American they is, and then we'll just be Americans. How about it? I think that's a good idea. I think that's a wonderful, a splendid idea. We'll just be Americans if everybody else put their hyphen in front of theirs. You know what I mean? But that's not the case, unfortunately. So everybody has identity, everybody has self-identified, and so are we. And I think that any person that's not Black American, foundationally, if you can't trace your ancestry back here 3-4 generations, shut up. If you're not gonna be an ally, shut up. Let us deal with what we gotta deal with. You know what I mean? Let us do our thing. Y'all do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't come over there talking about what y'all should do with the Jamaicans or the Haitians or we mind our business and we eat our food. If you're not from this soil, if you can't trace your ancestry back to this soil, at least 200-300 years, shut it up. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. We don't be getting in y'all business. We be letting y'all do y'all thing. Y'all be having y'all little parades and all that. We be saying, oh, that's nice. And we go on about our business. I think they need to let us do our thing. Let us deal with what we got to deal with. And Black Americans, we cannot talk about any type of connecting with nobody until we figure out our own stuff. We got to figure out our own stuff first. Then, even when you're on a plane, when they give you the life jacket bit, remember they say if the plane go down and we land in water, what they tell you first? Put yours on first, and then help your neighbor next to you. Do not help your neighbor first. You got to put your life jacket on first. Then you go to the person next to you and make sure they put theirs on secure. Boom, 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 boom. Black Americans are trying to put our life jackets on, and they got people snatching it every which way but loose. You see what I'm saying? Because they feel like their life jacket is more important. Let us put our life jacket on first. Then after we get our life jacket on, if we can, heavy on the if we can, we'll turn over and we'll help you too. Okay? We got to get our life jacket on first. They tell you that every time you get on the plane. I fly so much, I know it by heart. You got to put your life jacket on first, and then you can help your neighbor. Then I can turn to my neighbor and say, neighbor, do you need some help? Okay. But right now, we can't just do it like that. Now, I want to go to Roland Martin and Tyrese. First of all, y'all know I don't like Tyrese. Everybody knows that. I love his music, but I don't like the person. Tyrese gets on my nerves, literally in every way he can. Yeah. And he was asking a question about Kamala with a bit of disinformation or misinformation, I'm sorry, but he's an ignorant ass Negro, but he was asking a valid question still. Let's get to the question. He was on there with Puddinhead. What's his name? Ben Crump. Puddinhead. He was on there with him, and he had questions about Kamala passing the anti-Asian hate bill, yet doing nothing for the Negroes. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this question he had and why the people was mad. Why Roland Martin got mad. Look.
Harris signed an Asian hate crime bill, which makes it beyond illegal to ever purposely and maliciously do anything to anybody in the Asian community. And there was a spike in crimes and criminal behavior in and around COVID, allegedly
and specifically motivated by Trump. And
that was a lie. I have to stop him when he lying. He said there was a spike in crime motivated by Trump. That was a lie. 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 This is why I say he was making sense, but he was all over the place. Look.
And so everybody started treating Asians, beating them, killing them, shooting them.
That was a lie. Up here in Atlanta, some clear man went down to the happy ending place and they had issues, whatever it was personal issues. It was clear men who went up there and unalived them Asians in that doggone nail shop who was having, not nail shop, in that massage parlor who was giving happy endings. See, they don't want to say it like that. Let's talk about it. It was clear people. They blamed it on Negroes and they propagandized it so much and put it all over the news. They made black people think that we really was around here abusing Asians, and we could look next to each other and say, ain't nobody mess with them Asians. It wasn't motivated by Trump. It was a clear man who was going down there to get his happy endings. He always went down there. But they put it on us, and Tyrese is gonna repropagate the bullcrap. Not an Asian. Everybody attacking Asians. Wasn't nobody attacking no goddamn Asians. It was the Asians down there giving that happy ending over there. It was not no Negroes.
Stab him, hurting him, and then he gets into the White House, skips over every black and brown Mexican and Latino that have been getting killed like flies, and he makes it a law. Asian hate crime bill is signed into law. So whether you're a police officer,
if I can recall, Trump didn't sign that into law. Wasn't that Joe now? Wasn't that crime bill Joe signed that into law? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember Trump signing the Asian hate bill. I thought it was Trump. I thought it was Joe. I might be wrong though.
To a regular civilian, if you wake up on a Wednesday and say he's Asian, a woman or a man, let's go do something bad to them, which God forbid would ever happen again. But it is a crime bill that was signed into law that protects Asians at all costs. Where is that same fucking law to be signed into law when it comes to black and brown people? Because what you're doing is, President Biden and Kamala Harris, what you're doing is you're saying that black and brown people will continue to be disposable. That's why we got to vote, and we got to make sure our voices are heard, Tyrese. And it matters when we speak up and speak truth to power. When we speak what's on our heart, we will be heard. But first, you got to have the courage to speak up. And that's why I love you, Tyrese. You speak your heart, and your heart will never fail you. President Biden and Kamala Harris signed.
That nigga, first he started off saying Kamala and Biden signed it in. Then he turned around and said, oh, but Trump put it in with, no, I don't recall Trump putting it. I thought it was Crime Bill Joe and that lady. But at the end of the day, the latter part of this thing, he was right. Okay, so they did all of this to make sure the Asians have a crime bill. Why not for the blacks, right? Why not for the blacks? And I'm with you, Jamel. I don't know why they keep saying black and brown. They get on my nerves. Ain't no black and brown. The brown don't even call themselves brown. It's just ridiculous. It's super ridiculous. But he made a valid point. Why they jump over hoops to make sure the Asians is good, but then leave out the Negroes? You know what I'm saying? Now, again, Tyrese was all over the place. Y'all know how he is. He a little slow. I want to show y'all, hold on. I want to show y'all what Roland Martin had to say. Roland Martin didn't appreciate this. Here he come bootlicking, windmilling and bootlicking with his alpha shirt on, talking about Tyrese didn't know what he's talking about. Watch how Roland lied. Look.
Let me make this video real quick, okay? Like real quick. Tyrese, you do not know what you're talking about. That video where you're talking about an anti-Asian crime bill, that is a lie. Please learn to fact check before you start talking. I have debunked this nonsense numerous times on Roland Martin Unfiltered. That is a lie. I literally have walked through the bill on my show. In the summary, it talks about the attacks on Asian Americans. It is called the COVID-19. It specifically mentions COVID-19. If you actually read the bill, which I've done on the air multiple times, it does not only apply to Asian Americans. It applies to everybody. It also, all it did was also create one job that compiled data.
Cap. And I got the receipts. Cap, and I got the receipts. Y'all better stop letting these people lie to you. Look, Biden signs anti-Asian hate crime bill marking significant break in partisanship. Look, they signed it.
I said from the beginning of my campaign, Madam Speaker, that the campaign for president throughout, and you would call me and tell me, keep it up, was about bringing people together, about uniting the country. We need to unite as one people, one nation, one America. And that was the thing I was most often criticized about, saying, how can you unite the country? We must unite the country. I said it in my kickoff speech in Philadelphia. I said it again when I spoke at Gettysburg, and I emphasized it in my inaugural address. A lot of people, press to elected officials, were somewhat skeptical of that could be done. It's just beginning, but I'm confident we can do this and so much more.
Get to it.
About their pain, their fear, anger, and all Americans and the community across Georgia. It was a raw and emotional visit we had. We heard about their pain, their fear, anger, and all that existed in the community, and the feelings were about those feelings that they felt invisible, not seen. We heard how too many Asian Americans have been waking up each morning this past year genuinely fearing for their safety. But of all the good that the law can do, we have to change our hearts. We have to change the hearts of the American people. Hate can, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Hate can be given no safe harbor in America. I mean it. No safe harbor.
You heard him?
Can't be dismissed. Like, well, that's just what happens. I'm proud today. I'm proud today of the United States. I'm proud today of our political system, the United States Congress. I'm proud today that Democrats and Republicans have stood up together to say something.
What'd they say?
We're the United States of America. We're good and decent people. We're unique among all nations.
Get to the point.
That we are uniquely a product of a document, not an ethnicity, not a religion, not a geography, of a document. And think about this. I'm being literal. Uniquely a product of a document. It says, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Every time we're silent, every time we let hate flourish, we make a lie of who we are as a nation. We're unique in all of history as a nation. This is the United States of America, for God's sake.
So hold on. So he just said that the Asians said they wake up in fear and all of that. Remember he said that? He said them people waking up in fear. They couldn't believe it. They scared. And, they called it President Joe Biden on Thursday signed into law the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act that passed through Congress in an increasingly rare show of bipartisanship, hailing the effort a significant break in gridlocked Washington, right? This is a COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, but it's for Asians. Listen, Vice President Kamala Harris, the first woman and person of Asian descent to hold office, opened the signing ceremony by thanking lawmakers present for their work, including Senator who introduced the bill. And one of them is a Republican, also received a nod from Biden to showing up the ceremony, which was dominated by Democrats. Without masks and social distancing, it was a large-scale event at the White House since Biden administration began. Okay? They signed into act this doggone Stop Asian Hate Crime. Biden said he hopes that the signing ceremony, which comes during Asian American and Pacific Islander or AAPI Heritage Month, marks the end of first significant break in a hyper-partisan era and sends this message to the Asian American community. We see you. Hold on. Let me read that again. Biden says he hopes the signing ceremony, which comes during Asian American and Pacific Islander Month or AAPI Heritage Month, marks the end first significant break in a hyper-partisan era and sends this message to Asian American community. We see you. Hold on, it gets worse. For centuries, Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders, diverse and vibrant communities have helped build this nation, only to be stepped over, forgotten, and ignored. He said, my message to all those who are hurting is we see you. And the Congress, he said, we see you, and we are committed to stop hatred of the bias. Now, let's go back to that fat, funky, no-neck bastard. Let's go back over there to Meatball. Because we just already seen that they literally signed into law a Stop Asian Hate Crime. Just because they call it a COVID-19 hate bill, don't mean it wasn't specifically for the Asians, because they just said it, you funky bitch. Look at Roland.
And so again, Tyrese. All right, y'all. Let me make this video real quick, okay? Like real quick. Tyrese, you do not know what you're talking about. That video where you're talking about an anti-Asian crime bill, that is a lie. Please learn to fact check before you start talking. I have debunked this nonsense numerous times on Roland Martin Unfiltered. That is a lie. I literally have walked through the bill on my show. In the summary, it talks about the attacks on Asian Americans. It is called the COVID-19. It specifically mentions COVID-19. If you actually read the bill, which I've done on the air multiple times, it does not only apply to Asian Americans. It applies to everybody. It also,
it applies to Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders, you know, all of them people, but they ain't say nothing about no nigga.
It was also create one job that compiled data. And so again, Tyrese, all right, Tyrese, you're wrong. You are 100% wrong. And so please, all of you entertainers, when y'all jump out here and make videos and people run with it, I need you to do some verification, do some fact checking before you do that. Okay? So you're wrong. It is not. People called it the Asian hate crime bill because of the attacks. And if you're also going to run your mouths out here and go, oh, there's never been a bill for African Americans, that's a lie. There have been 3 hate crimes bills specific to African Americans. The first one, you were dealing with the Civil Rights Act in 64.
Pause. What did Black America put a 1 in the chat if Black Americans received anything or gained anything or benefited from the Civil Rights Bill? Because guess what? The Civil Rights Bill is just basically to desegregate. That's all we got was desegregation. We lost our rights to our businesses. We lost all our money, our economic power. We lost everything. We lost more than we gained from this Civil Rights Bill. Actually, even today, more minorities, including clear women, are gaining from the Civil Rights Bill. We don't get nothing out of that. We've gotten nothing from the Civil Rights Bill. It was another co-op where they took a Black struggle and used it to benefit everybody else. But see, this fat, funky bitch gonna get on here and lie and act like we gained. And what did we get? We lost more than we got. All we was able to do was go sit at the theater and sit next to a clear person, or go sit at the lunch counter and get a ham and cheese sandwich. We didn't get nothing from that.
Okay. Then you all also had the hate crimes bill that dealt with black churches for being burned.
What was the bill, nigga? What was the bill, meatball? And then also, did the bill stop the clears from bombing churches? No, absolutely not. If that was the case, Dylan Roof would have been persecuted under that doggone that bill because he went into a church and did what? Didn't he massacre a whole bunch of Negroes in the church? Come on, man. He lying.
I also broke that down on Roland Martin Unfiltered. And then, of course, you had the lynching bill that was also signed. Okay? And don't forget, you also have the Matthew Shepard Tyrese.
Hold on. Let me let him finish.
James Byrd Act that dealt with hate crimes.
That's an LGBTQ hate crime bill. That's a LGBTQ hate crime bill. That is a LGBTQ hate crime bill because the one of the men that was unalive, unfortunately, was of the community. That is an LGBTQ hate crime bill. That is not for Black Americans. He full of shit, bro. I can't stand this, bro. Bro, oh my God.
Yeah, James Byrd, the black man who was dragged to death in Jasper, Texas. I went there. I broadcast from there. I walked down the street when he was murdered. And so please, all you blogs that keep posting this stuff, Tyrese says he's wrong. He's wrong. Okay? I walked this stuff through on my show. Bill by bill, fact by fact. Got it? Please call somebody before you start spewing stuff that you know nothing about.
This is why this is disingenuous. You want to see why this is disingenuous? Hold on. Let me show you why what he's saying is extremely disingenuous. Now, he's saying he can't stand when celebrities go out there and talk about stuff and they be misinformed, and he can't stand it because they don't know what they be talking about, and they need to get information from the people or whatever the case may be. Celebrities, basically what he's saying is celebrities need to mind their business. Well, Exhibit A here, what about these celebrities?
We won't go back. We won't be set back, pushed back, bullied back, kicked back. We're not going back.
Well, I'll be damned. Isn't that a celebrity? Hold on. I thought he said these celebrities need to shut up. Hold on. See, as long as they speaking in your benefit, look.
I will say this. People are tired of bad energy. People are tired of negativity. People are tired of fighting.
Well,
people want hope. They want to be positive. You want to be able to depend on your neighbor again. You know, so we want to think that's what Kamala is bringing. Just a good energy. And
energy.
There's so much going on in the world today, and we need a little bit more hope and positivity.
I'm not listening to no nigga who say, yeah. I'm not listening to no nigga about no girl. You don't get off of here. But it was cool when you had the celebrity speaking for y'all. But now the celebrities need to check in. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is all a bunch of bull. Roland knows exactly what he's doing. Roland is mad because he asked a valid question. Because remember, we are in a time where, how dare you ask Kamala what she gonna do for Negroes and why hadn't she done it yet? Who are you? Yes, that was Lil Jon, girl. I couldn't believe it. Listen, Roland know he lied. He know he lied, and Roland know that he need to come out and do damage control. You know what's so funny about Roland though? Roland still on letting them people tell him what to do. But they done fired you from every doggone job you done had. You that much of a bootlicking puppet to where they fire you and you still go out and put your neck. Oh, my bad. You can't put your neck out there because you don't have one. But still put your shoulders, your head and shoulders out there. Roland, that's why the Most High darkened your forehead towards your eyes, because you can't see. You're stupid. And I don't like your hairline. And I don't like your face or your body. I can't stand this Mr. Penguin looking head ass nigga. This nigga will sit up here and lie, and they got people in the comments, some bots, but they got people in the comments who gonna eat it up because it's Roland Martin. I can't stand this nigga. He basically stood up there and said a whole lie talking about there are bills specifically for African Americans, and we know good and damn well there ain't one. There is nothing specifically for Black Americans or what they used to call us African Americans. There's not one bill. The Civil Rights Bill does not pertain to Black Americans because we don't get nothing from it. Nothing. We never have and we never will. It actually was the worst thing that ever happened to us. It's actually the worst thing that ever happened to us. But it's cool when y'all got the other celebrities doing it, but not you, Tyrese, because you asking a valid question. No, not you. Not you. Girl, y'all got to be strong. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to get off here. We had 2 hours. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to get off of here. Y'all have to make sure that y'all know what y'all want and create demand for it. You can't just vote out of fear. If you're going to vote, you cannot vote out of fear. Y'all can't let them feed y'all kibbles and bits and trinkets and say, oh yeah, we're going to put together a task force. The hell with a task force. Nigga, what are you going to do? If you're not going to do nothing, then I don't want to talk to you. Cube said it best. You have to get something in return for your vote. And a task force, a discussion board, that ain't nothing for your vote. Shout out to the Black Americans in California. I hate that happened to you, but I got to be honest. I knew that was going to happen. They are never going to entertain giving you niggas no check. The only way they'll do it is when they start to see most of us wake up and realize we have reparations that are owed to us that way supersedes the doggone check. Then they're going to start cutting checks. And after they cut the check, they're going to say, you can't come back when you realize we gave you pennies on the dollar for what you really deserve. And at that point, I ain't going to want the check. I want what's owed to me that was taken from my ancestors. But again, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I appreciate everybody in here, y'all. Make sure y'all keep your head on the swivel. Keep your head on a swivel. Stop letting these people playing in y'all face. And y'all need to start as if y'all are going to deal with this system, if you're not going to put action behind the bull crap, and I don't mean we shall overcome. I don't mean marching up to the place and demanding this and screaming and hollering. You got to do something. It's almost like the little chihuahuas, like Saint. Saint's a little dog. All he do is bark. But Saint can't bust a grape in a fruit fight. You feel what I'm saying? Saint is I'm talking about you'll see him bark and you scared of dogs, you'll think the nigga a pit bull. But Saint ain't never even had a fight. Y'all got to stop barking and start putting action behind it. You feel me? Y'all got to stop barking and putting action behind it if you're going to deal with this system. But I appreciate everybody for being here. Thank y'all so much. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I need everybody to like the video, get the video in the algorithm, and happy off day to everybody because Labor Day is really a slap in our face. Love y'all down to the ground. I'm going to Joce y'all up out of here, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, Blaze.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.